This is how a business went from a random tech company that I'd never heard of before to a company I trust that became personal. All right, this is a perfect example of founder-led marketing. It's why I like founder-led marketing as much as I do, and it's why I guess I practice it in my business as well. And that is that it just like impacts your buyer's decision. It can, and it literally just happened to me. That's why I wanted to make this video, because I stumbled upon a software called Lovable. This is Lovable. Software app, basically it's AI that builds any software you want. In theory, I'm pretty sure that's how they pitch it. It's like, we will make anything that comes to your mind. Just type in a prompt. I want to make this app about running. I want to make this website for a new business I'm starting. Just literally put the prompt in, and in theory, AI will take care of it. And so I found that, and I was like, all right, well, this sounds cool. Like, it sounds ideal, but it's not new. In this generation, it's not new. It's just another AI startup that looks really cool but actually doesn't work that well or just doesn't fit into my workflow. I was intrigued, and a few people in my circle were already talking about it. They're like, someone actually said on LinkedIn that I follow that they use it every single day. And I was like, how do you use something like this every single day? Like, do you build a new app? Do you build a new website every single day? Probably not. But to me, that showed that clearly there was a whole lot more to Lovable than I was realizing. So my intrigue shot up. I just wanted to know more. And the thing that really helped here was, this was just like a business, a logo that is just a company. Had no real trust behind it. It had no real meaning behind it. But the thing that really changed this for me was I found a Lovable podcast with the CEO, Anton. This is Anton. Behind the business, Anton is a founder or co-founder of Lovable, and he was on Lenny's podcast, which don't really know what that is, but I think big enough following, seems like he does a lot of tech stuff, and he was just talking about that on Lenny's podcast, about Lovable, about what they've done, how they got there, and this really changed my perspective of it completely. Lovable just goes from like a random logo to a person, to people. You heard all about Anton's story, about like his passions, his why him and the team created Lovable, what it was meant to do, and that just brought like instant meaning and trust with it. To be honest, this was kind of funny, but the conversation wasn't even awesome to me. Like, it wasn't like Anton appealed to me in an elite way, but it was just the fact that he was a person. He was talking about his passion from it from a very personal angle. It was no longer like a random tech company. It was Anton and his 18 staff looking over their prized possession and working on it for years. It's not just like a logo now, and that's the beauty of it. It was a real human connection. As corny as it sounds, it was. And it made me want to actually properly invest, or at least look at Lovable in a different light. It's what founder-led marketing is really all about to me. Like, if you show up online as the founder, if you bring connection in, you tell the story, of course people like myself, the potential clients, are going to feel different about your product because they know you. It's trustworthy. It's a human connection. It doesn't matter if you're, like I said, it doesn't matter if Anton is not going to be my best friend or someone I follow or even that, but it just brings a human connection to it. So instantly you think of it differently because you understand it differently. You become the face of the business, and essentially you get customers across that line of buying or like investing in their time to use your product. I'm a walking example of that. Obviously I was intrigued with Lovable, but I really don't know if I would have paid my subscription to it if I didn't come across that podcast, because it just made me think of it differently. And like, I might have, sure, but this gives you so much more chance of securing more people, and it goes beyond the whole trust thing anyway. Like, I walked away from that podcast like knowing so much more about the product. Therefore, my experience using it is going to be so much better. I'm going to know how to use it more. I'm probably going to, stay on board with it longer and be like, okay, this is what it can do. Let's actually try it properly. Let's use it properly. Again, another strength of just talking to someone about the product in a public domain, because it makes people understand it, and it's going to benefit them and you. Like, this is like a win-win situation here. So I just think that's like the perfect example of what founder-led marketing is all about. Like, it's not like a dramatic business type corporate thing at all. It's showing up on a podcast that has a decent following, so obviously you get eyeballs, but even it's showing up in a podcast in general. You can then link it in a newsletter and like show people the background of it. And it's just a perfect example of what it's all about. So, and these graphics that you see throughout this video, Lovable. That's what Lovable can do, and it's actually the number one reason why I was kind of keen to try Lovable, to spruce up YouTube videos and sort of like make it more appealing to watch, just to be honest. But once again, that's the beauty of founder-led marketing. It makes things personal. It makes things it's not just a random logo. Like literally Lovable was just a random AI company logo that I saw, that I was intrigued by, but to push me over that line, you had to make it personal.